I never looked at it as something to be proud of. I looked at it as a duty that I had to perform, and I'm proud that I was able to do whatever I was pretty well what I was called upon to do, and glad to do it. And I don't have any regrets except the friends I lost.
I had a good home and I lived. You're right. I had a good home and I lived. You're right. Shorty was there when you lived. You're right. Shorty was there when you lived. You're right. Now hold on. 1, 2. Now hold on. 3, 4.
That war, if there's a justifiable war, that was it. I mean, we were attacked, and I think that people, you know, the men and the women that gave up their men to go fight are typical of that era. I mean, they knew if they didn't, they might be speaking a different language. And I know Norton Hurd told me that he had gone to some school up in Indianapolis, and he volunteered to go into the Air Corps because he didn't want to come home and say he fought the Battle of Indianapolis. But he was a fighter pilot in aircraft carriers, and he actually, his plane malfunctioned on the way back to the carrier, and he had to ditch it in the sea. And he survived that just through some luck.
I had hit my targets, came back to the ship, and lined up with the landing signal officer. Everything's set, checked everything, make sure it was okay. And just was almost ready to hit the deck when it quit. And the engine just quit. And I don't know why, I can't tell you. But anyway, I ran off the wing. An airplane like that has got a heavy engine on the front, and it's not so heavy in the back. And when it hit the water, that engine went downways, and then it came up like that. And there's always been a debate about getting hit with some. Anyway, I went off the wing. I think she's sinking. So I turn around and see, and then it's coming back up. A heavy engine going down from impact, and then it comes up. And there's always been a debate about whether if you got close to the fuselage when it was sinking, whether you'd go down with it. And I didn't want to settle that argument right then, so I got off the wing again. And I was floating in the water, and all I had was a May West, a whistle, die marker, and I had everything going. I trying to tread water. I couldn't think about it. This is the Pacific Ocean. I can't swim all of this. And one thing I could see the rest of the ships seeing. Then another thing I couldn't see anything but waves. Pretty soon here comes a destroyer back. And he's steaming along, and I'm trying to attract his attention. He passed me. But if somebody on there saw me, and they backed up, and he threw a little rope over one much bigger than that. And by the way, I hit my head and was losing blood in the water. And I got thinking about sharks, you know. Anyway, he threw it, and I couldn't do it. So then it dropped down I forget the name of it. It's a bundle of rope, all kinds of big bundle of rope. Everybody get your feet over it. And it hushed me up, and I wasn't in there but a short time, but I never have fainted. That's the only time I almost did. They put something under my nose, came around, and by that time it said, they're ready to take the pilot back aboard. So the guys escorted me up to the top deck, and here comes a basket over, put me in it, and sent and sent put in the basket. They did. Destroyed it and put 10 gallons of ice cream in there and sent it over to the WASP. At that time, to my knowledge, there was no ships in the Navy that made ice cream except the carriers. And so they were anxious to pick up pilots so they could get some ice cream. Because some of them had had it for a long, long time.
Raymond Burrell is another one that's like totally unsung. He's still alive. I think he's 98, lives in Deltaville. He's a African American. He was in the first black tank corps in the United States Army. Served in the Battle of the Bulge. They did some amazing things in that battle. That was Hitler's last attempt to break through, and it was the winter of 1944-45.
In the Battle of the Bulge, 30 days we fought that place. That taking the place in the morning. At 7 o'clock we take it. 9 o'clock they done took it back. 12 o'clock we done took it again. 9 o'clock they took it. That place changed hands there for a whole month. We taking and they taking. The Germans were running out of steam and ammunition. And we crossed the Rhine on the heavy artillery fire. And I mean, up there on the front line and then up there around the Rhine River, so just like daylight, you could see. In night, just they shot so many shells, so just like daylight, you could see. And the Tuskegee Airmen, we had them as our forward reserve a whole lot of time. And you could see them on the plane. One would say to the other, I got him, I got him. He'd shoot the other plane down and say, I got him, I got him. And I tell you the truth, they look like they was enjoying that thing. But a whole lot of times they got shot themselves, some of them. And they shot some American planes down. I see them hit the ground, burn the person up in the plane when they hit the ground with the gasoline they had in it. And Lord have mercy, something going on.
Every war that we have fought, there has been somebody from Middlesex County who has either been in it, been wounded in it, or died in it. I think we have been a part of the American experience so long that it just became part of our culture. And I think that probably, when I say it became part of our culture, part of that culture was that we knew if we got into a situation where we needed to defend our country, that we were going to do it.
He said, would I do it all over again? He said, yes, I would defend my country because I love it so much. I did not face the enemy alone for the glory of doing so, but to save my men that I loved and were under my command. It was my place to protect them. Yes, I would do the same things all over again. It's just an honor to be able to say that he was my dad and that he did what he did and that he was so respected by everyone, but he was also extremely humble. You know, he wouldn't say, you know, he wouldn't brag about anything he did or, you know, I'm so brave and I can do all this, and he was never that way. He was very, very humble.
Captain Dick Newman was, he was awarded the Medal of Honor for his bravery in Anzio, Italy in 1944. And from his story and his interview, I kind of saw a man who was, they were pinned down for 60 days, lack of sleep, constant noise, poor food, and he was given the order to be the front man. He was, Captain Dick was given the order to be the front man and to break out of this place where they were pinned down pretty much. The Germans were lobbing in shells. And I just got an impression of a 32-year-old man that had had enough. And he was a lieutenant, so he and another guy went up and they found 4 German machine gun nests in a house. And he had a Thompson machine gun, which fired 45 calibers. He probably had a 50-round magazine where he's got 4 nests pointed at him. He said later that after it was done, there was a bullet through the stock, which if he was holding it like this, it would have came that close to him. And, but he made it. And he captured one of the nests, and when he did, he found out that that gun had been jammed, which probably worked in his favor getting there. He unjammed it and turned it around and used it on the Germans, and I believe he killed 16 and captured 19, for which he was given the Medal of Honor, and that opened up a 1,000-yard hole for the Allies to pass through and break out.
Yeah, it was another quote that I thought was so nice. He says, he's talking about getting the Medal of Honor. He says, to get one without being seriously maimed or hurt is like having an angel on each shoulder. To get it and to live through it felt like God meant I had a future purpose in His community. There's probably one chance in a million to get one, and it came, and to come through alive. Many men die and then they get honored. So, you know, he felt very fortunate too that he actually was able to do what he did and live through it.
The county was looking to honor somebody who had done something wonderful for our country from a military standpoint, and they named the road from Cook's Corner to Urbanna and the bridge. Middlesex County Board of Supervisors did this. I guess through, they had to probably go through the legislature to do it. And the bridge is named after him, which is a great honor, not only to him, but to us.
I never felt like that they were depriving me of part of my life. I thought I was supposed to contribute. I mean, that's what I was brought up to do, and like I said, I taught history, and I saw a lot of people that had done it way before me, and more important than everything. And I just felt I had to do my share somehow. That's how it turned out.